What's up, guys? Welcome to another YouTube exclusive from the Deep Dig a Sports Pod. I'm your host, D. As you can see, I'm riding solo today. Drew is actually out because we were super busy with a ton of content this week. If you didn't catch it, we did our live show on Wednesday, and moving forward, it's going to be every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We also had a special pod with an interview with Arrowhead Addict writer Charles Robinson. It's an awesome conversation. I highly suggest you take a look at it. We also had some YouTube exclusives, including this diamond pick of the week here. So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, all that good jazz as we keep rocking and rolling with this content coming out. So as you might have seen by this thumbnail, we are, as some would say, hot right now. We've won the last 3 bets in a row. We are rolling. Hansel from Zoolander is envious of us. So we're hoping to keep that streak alive and win you guys some money. So let's dig into it. We have a matchup of the Kansas City Chiefs come to Levi's. They're taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So earlier in the week, I called it. I'm not going to lie, guys. I said the Kansas City Chiefs are going to beat the 49ers and they would cover. But now Nick Bosa's back, Trent Williams is back, and so is Jimmy Ward. I think hopefully Jimmy Ward has the club on his hand, TBD, but I think he will because he has a broken hand. But the line has moved. So taking a look at the line is Kansas City Chiefs are the favorite by 1 point. It is, if you were to bet on the 49ers, it's even money right now, and the over-under is 49. So I'm not going to lie, even though and big thing, we actually traded for Christian McCaffrey. How awesome is that? So I think this gets Kyle Shanahan's juices flowing. I don't know if we see it on the field this week, but moving forward, I feel pretty good with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle. But this week, going to be honest with you, I don't know. It's for me, I don't think the 49ers cover that minus or that +1. And I don't know if they win. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into the props. So taking a look at it, the first one that pops out to me is Jimmy Garoppolo's over-under is 251.5 yards. And I'm real hit and miss with Jimmy. I was saying before that if we could live off of his under, I would have bet money every week. And so far, he hasn't lived up to that. He's actually gone over quite a bit of times. Patrick Mahomes over under is 283 yards. Looking into the rushing attack, the only one for the 49ers really is Deebo Samuel over 15.5. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 34.5, under 34.5. I'm looking at that under thinking it might be pretty tasty. I think that's with the Kansas City Chiefs, if they don't run early, they don't really run at all. So I think that, and our linebacking core is awesome. We have Nick Bosa obviously coming back on the D line, which is really going to help out. I'm a little tempted here to go that under for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The receiving, let's take a look at that. So Brandon Ayuk is over 55.5 yards. George Kittle with an over-under of 48.5. That's looking pretty tasty. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle rekindling that fire with Trent Williams coming back. Kittle's not going to have to play on the line as much, so that really frees him up in the run or in the pass game. I'm looking at that, and that's pretty nice. Kyle Juszczyk has an over-under of 11.5 yards. With any of these Kansas City Chiefs receivers, especially, it's real hit and miss. The one who is the most steady is obviously Travis Kelce, and Travis Kelce over-under is just so high. It's 73.5 yards. I don't know about that. So let's take a look down. So let's look at the over-under for tackles and assists. And this one I actually feel really, really good about. I would go ahead and say Dre Greenlaw over 7.5. I think that's a lock. I feel really good about that, considering he is also a coverage linebacker as well. He's someone who's always there. He's like a heat-seeking missile. He's always on tackle. So I feel pretty good about that. And I think he's gone over that multiple times this year, especially hitting double digits in tackles. I think this is one of those games where he puts it on, and he shows why he's actually gotten paid and why he's worth that money. So I feel good about that. Taking a look at touchdowns, I would say this is a big Debo touchdown. So let's see. Debo to score 1 touchdown is minus 111. Debo to score 2 is plus 450. So pretty good odds there for Debo Samuel to score 2. I kind of, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking if we throw a Hail Mary there, Debo scored 2 touchdowns. It's very possible against this Kansas City Chiefs defense. But the only Jauan Jennings. I don't know why Vegas keeps undervaluing my boy Jauan Jennings. They are disrespecting him. He's hit the over for us twice in a row. I think I'm going to go with the tried and true. His over-under is 15.5 yards. I feel like that is perfect. He has so much chemistry with Jimmy Garoppolo. For the same reasons I said last week, it applies this week, and it's going to keep applying moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and keep riding it until Vegas, smartens up and realizes that Jimmy Garoppolo actually loves this guy. So again, he sits right in that Jimmy Garoppolo zone between 5 yards and 15 yards. He's really good after the catch, and he has such a huge catch radius that even when Jimmy throws it kind of awkward, he's able to maneuver and grab it. I think Jauan Jennings, the over 15.5 yards. I think that's the diamond pick of the week. Let's roll with it. So feel free to, if you like this, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and comment. If you're rolling with us, go ahead and comment if you have another pet that you think looks really tasty. So looking forward to seeing you next week. As always, take it easy.